How well do you think you manage your personal finances? Are you better than the average person at saving money and making wise investments? What about your emotional intelligence? Do you believe you understand the feelings of others and your own more deeply than most people you know? Consider your health and wellness habits. Do you feel that your choices about diet and exercise place you in the top half of the population? These are not just idle questions. They touch upon core areas of our daily lives where competence truly matters. We often carry around a quiet confidence in these domains, a privately held belief that we are, in fact, doing quite well. This internal yardstick we use to measure ourselves is a fundamental part of how we navigate our world and make decisions. When we look at our friends, colleagues, or even strangers, we often engage in a subtle, sometimes unconscious process of social comparison. We might see someone make a poor financial choice and think, "I would never do that." For decades, psychologists have been fascinated by the gap between what people think they can do and what they can actually accomplish. The research in this area is remarkably consistent and points to a powerful conclusion. When you ask large groups of people to rate their own skills in various domains, a striking pattern emerges. Whether it's driving ability, sense of humor, or even ethical behavior, a significant majority of individuals will rate themselves as being above average. This is, of course, a statistical impossibility. The data from numerous studies, including those my colleague Dunning-Kruger and I conducted, reveal something quite specific. The crucial finding is that the people with the least amount of skill and knowledge are often the ones who overestimate their abilities the most. They don't just think they are a little better than they are. They often believe they are among the most competent. Think about learning a new language. A beginner who has just mastered a few basic phrases might feel an immense sense of accomplishment. They are unaware of the vast complexities of grammar, vocabulary, and syntax that they have yet to encounter. Their limited knowledge prevents them from seeing the full scope of what it means to be fluent. This brings us to the formal name for this cognitive bias, the Dunning-Kruger effect. In simple terms, it is a phenomenon where people with low ability in a specific task or domain tend to have an inflated sense of their own competence. It's a double curse. They are trapped in a bubble of illusory superiority, unable to see their own shortcomings from the inside. This isn't a rare condition affecting only a few people. It is a fundamental feature of the human mind that can impact anyone when they are venturing into unfamiliar territory. We all know someone who is quick to offer unsolicited guidance on everything from financial planning to parenting, despite having no real expertise in these areas. They see a simple problem and offer a simple solution, unaware of the countless nuances and potential pitfalls that a true expert would immediately recognize. People with a superficial understanding of a complex topic, perhaps gleaned from a few headlines or a short video, will often argue with great passion against seasoned experts. Yet, they feel their opinion is just as valid as that of a scientist who has dedicated their life to the subject. This is the Dunning-Kruger effect in action on a global scale. So if we are all susceptible to this cognitive blind spot, what can we do about it? How can we get a more accurate picture of our own abilities and avoid the trap of unearned confidence? The first and most important step is to cultivate a mindset of intellectual humility. This means accepting the possibility, and indeed the likelihood, that you have weaknesses and gaps in your knowledge. The second practical step is to actively seek out constructive feedback from others. We are often the worst judges of our own performance, so we need external perspectives to ground us in reality. This kind of feedback can be uncomfortable to hear, but it is an invaluable tool for growth. It helps you see your blind spots and provides a clear roadmap for improvement. Furthermore, never stop learning. The Dunning-Kruger effect thrives on ignorance. The more you learn about a subject, the more you begin to appreciate its depth and complexity. As you climb the mountain of knowledge, you not only gain a better view of the landscape, but also a more realistic sense of your own position on the slope. The goal is to align our confidence with our actual abilities. True confidence is not loud, arrogant, or blind. It is quiet, humble, and based on a realistic understanding of one's strengths and weaknesses. By embracing feedback, committing to lifelong learning, and practicing a little humility, we can slowly but surely escape the Dunning-Kruger trap. We can become more effective, more insightful, and ultimately, more accurate in our understanding of that most complex and mysterious subject of all, ourselves.